Introducing the starting five for your Pelicans. At power forward, standing 6'8", number 24, Spencer Haywood. At center, at 7 foot, number 16, Paul Gasol. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 4, Sidney Moncrief. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 21, Dominique Wilkins. At guard, 6 foot, number 3, Chris Paul.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. And the moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for that game against the Warriors, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
So with Holiday sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Kevin Love out there with Michael Jordan. And there's Davis. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Rose in at point guard. And for the Pelicans, Wilkins is out there with Haywood. And it's Chris Paul. Then there's Gasol. And it's Moncrief in at the shooting guard position. Here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Wilkins outside. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Davis. Jordan, high post. And on Wilkins.
Although Love plays with a lot of finesse, I love seeing him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate with the best of them.
Now here is Moncrief. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Chicago. It's a 3-point game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Willie Green had a few moments to share with me. Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, Coach said, we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. Now, that's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Paul. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Davis. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now, here's Jordan. Love finds Jordan. And here's Rose, defended by Paul. 5 on the clock.
And Gasol's length really makes an impact on defense, especially when he's contesting shots like this.
looking around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Love outside. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Davis, and he makes good on the layup.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Love. Rose against Paul. And the foul on Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Paul outside. Pass to Moncrief. Kicks it out to Paul. And here's Haywood. Here's Wilkins. Just 5 on the clock. Paul for 3. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins. Paul's got 5.
And look at Paul's focus. He is completely locked in on his shot.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Jordan. Rose up on top. Defended by Paul. Love outside. The 3. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Moncrief El Cid with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Pass to Haywood. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Now here's Rose for 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Rose has got a couple of threes now in the first with the Bulls.
A sound decision maker with a reliable jump shot. Rose is more than comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
The shot's good from Paul.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Rose looking around. Jordan finds Booker. Jordan the pass to Love. Booker outside. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Davis. Haywood with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Bounce pass from Paul. Moncrief dishes to Paul. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
Spencer.
Richard Hamilton's checked in for Moncrief. Halliburton's checked in for Chicago.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Rose. 6 points for him. Kicks it out to Jordan. Driving the lane. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, the explosive doesn't even begin to describe it. Jordan simply flying.
Jordan against Wilkins. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Here's Haywood. Comes up empty down low. Chicago leading by 3. To the middle. It's tipped and taken away by Paul. Richard Hamilton on the wing. He's covered by Halliburton. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Paul passes to Gasol. It's Wilkins on the wing. Pass to Haywood, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Kicks it out to Love. Outside Rose. Love trying to break loose. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Now we get a chance to look at Tyrese Halliburton. Coming off a terrific season, around 20 points per game. Last season, 11 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Halliburton finds Rose. Jordan outside. Rose passes to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Haywood. Dominique Wilkins comes up with the rebound.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Hamilton. Kept alive. Gasol. The shot from the low post is good.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards. Just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
Now here's Rose. He's got 9. Pass to Love. Outside, Davis. From deep three-point land. Pelicans pull it in. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Paul. Chicago grabs the miss. Jordan on the wing. Covered by Hamilton. Pass to Rose. Back to Jordan. And taken away by Paul. Ball's knocked loose. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And a change for the Bulls. Horford's checked in. Wilkins throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
The Bulls making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Thank you.
And this is an advantage of having size in the backcourt. Halliburton using that length to cause trouble.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Look who's out there now for the Pelicans. Pau Gasol is checked in for Gobert. Jamison comes in for Haywood, and Freeze subbed in for Paul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Stan, you know this. Every team wants those 3-and-D wing types. This Pelicans team is loaded with them.
Yeah, Kevin, they love those type of guys. Long, athletic guys who can defend, and they either come in being able to shoot the three or they develop them into three-point shooters, and it shows in the numbers. Last year they were 4th in three-point percentage, 7th in defensive rating. Those are key metrics.
And the Bulls with another miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Hamilton. A three-pointer is right on target. Hamilton's got 5 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Horford with the screen on free. Young dishes to Horford. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, that's Trae Young's strength, working that pick and roll to perfection.
Pelicans trail by 3. Hamilton outside. Pass to Free. And here's Wilkins from the arc. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Horford finds Halliburton. Outside for Davis. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist. Now it's a 5-point Chicago lead.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Jamison, no luck. Now Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Halliburton passes to Horford. Davis inside. Jamison covering. And he makes that one. He has 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Wilkins outside. Here he goes. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Young with the ball. He has yet to score. Halliburton outside. Young looking it over. Good if it goes. What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Chicago Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Pelicans trail by 5. We've got Free. Antoine Jamison out there with Pau Gasol. Then it's Van Horn. And it's Hamilton in a shooting guard. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Gasol is screen on Young. Free gets it to go from beyond the arc. Free's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Pelicans. Young against Free. Davis with a screen on Free. And Young, here we go. And it's Davis with the jam.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
And so here is New Orleans, trailing by 4. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland, taking on the Trailblazers. It sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Hamilton outside. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Hamilton against Halliburton. Outside, Horford. Pass to Young. Hayward, right side. 5 to shoot. Here's Horford. Wide open look. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Young. Nothing on the board. Davis with a screen on Free. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Moncrief, he's checked in for the Pelicans. The Bulls making a change here as well. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Halliburton. Free passes to Hamilton. Gasol setting the pick for Hamilton. Puts it up from 12. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Young pass to Hayward. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Free. He has 6. The rebound by Young.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stopped.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Booker. The kick out to Young. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Free. They double him with Booker. Free passes to Moncrief. Count the basket. Moncrief's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Look, that's just smart recognition. They blitzed him, and he found the open teammate.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Wilkins is checked in. And then for Chicago, Jordan comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Halliburton subbed in for Trae Young. Now, here's Halliburton. Here's Jordan. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Davis. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 24 points per, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I love having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
Now here is Hamilton. Following the miss by Anthony Davis. Great look, but off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Rip Hamilton picks that one up. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Outside, Davis. At the top of the key, Horford. Halliburton passes to Booker. Horford against Gasol. Horford dishes to Davis. And the Bulls with another miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And here's Moncrief. Inside. Here's Jamison. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Excellent D there from Wilkins. The Pelicans trail. Pass to Moncrief. Offensive rebound. Gasol. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
The wherewithal from Gasol there, nailing the shot despite the tough defense all over.
All checked in for Hamilton. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
No good from Gasol. Bulls have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And Booker kicks to Horford. Pass to Jordan. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
Pelicans trail by 3. Now Moncrief, Paul outside. Back to Gasol, and stolen by Horford. Halliburton against Paul. Halliburton passes to Horford. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Halliburton. Three-pointer, Horford. Tries again, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Tenacious rebounder. Coaches appreciate Davis's effort on the backboard.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Gasol. And Hamilton subbed in for Antoine Jamison. Then for the Bulls, Avdia comes in for Al Horford. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Halliburton. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Make some noise with those hands together for your Pelicans team.
Al Horford is checked in for Chicago.
Pelicans dance team.
Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. In third, the Pelicans.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. Wilkins outside. Into the lane. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and willing to fight to get it.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Obi Toppin's checked in for Avdia.
And right there, you see how quickly MJ gets into the air. Yet another one of his natural gifts.
Now here's Paul. Wilkins outside. New Orleans moving it around. And it's good for two. Wilkins has got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Horford sets a screen for Jordan. Pass to Toppin. Back to Jordan. The kick out to Rose. Sinks the three-pointer. Rose has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Sidney Moncrief on the wing. Defended by Booker. Gobert with the screen on Rose. They get it again. Another shot. And it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got his first 2 points.
Pounding the offensive glass. That's where Gobert gets a lot of his extra chances.
Jordan kicks to Toppin. Hamilton against Jordan. The 19-foot shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
All up top, he's covered by Rose. Snatched up. The kick out to Wilkins. Toppin with the steal. Booker the pass to Horford. Over in the corner, Rose. Back to Horford. Lots of room. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
That's a nice play. Horford getting to his spot, ready to fire.
And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Gasol's checked in for New Orleans. Haywood comes in for Hamilton, then for the Bulls. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Horford. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Toppin.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Love dishes to Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. And I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 5. It's Wilkins on the wing. Fader on the way. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
2 minutes remaining.
Jordan kicks to Booker.
2 minutes.
And the Bulls with Another miss. Pelicans trail by 11. Ball outside. Wilkins in the post. Davis is there. Pass to Haywood. Here's Paul. Here's Gasol. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Davis has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Jordan drives in. And the wide open shot from Rose. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Rose has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bulls. New Orleans has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Paul against Rose to end the drought. And it's Paul missing. Chicago leading by 14. Here's Booker. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Paul passes to Wilkins. He can't get it to go. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Chicago. Love finds Davis. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Rose, good.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Paul with the ball. He's got 7. Pass to Wilkins. And here's Moncrief. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
Coming onto the floor for your Pelicans.
Seconds left to play here in the half.
Number 27.
It's Jordan with the drive. Here's Davis. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, it hasn't been close. It's Chicago leading by 17. On New Orleans, back in a moment.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Chicago Bulls.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here at Chicago, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Pelicans trail by 17. So with Horford sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Kevin Love out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Jordan, and it's Rose, and it's Booker in a 2-guard. The shot's good from Paul.
And in the mid-range, Paul is so dangerous. He has a lot of angles he likes in that area.
Wilkins against Jordan. Pelicans with the rebound. Here's Moncrief. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Moncrief defending. Jordan kicks to Rose. Haywood with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. 90 seconds now into the second half. Rose kicks to Jordan. Booker outside. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Love the pass to Jordan. Over Wilkins. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Love. And now that's 11 points for Jordan.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Wilkins passes to Haywood. Back to Wilkins. Gasol, a screen on Jordan. And here's Wilkins from the arc. Hands it from downtown. Wilkins has got 11 points.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Jordan kicks to Booker. Booker with a 3. He is a knockdown shooter.
The 3 at the other end lit a fire under Booker. He wanted to get those right now.
Outside Wilkins. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Davis. So Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something. Now here's Love. Kicks it out to Jordan. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Pelicans trail by 15. Wilkins setting the pick for Paul. It's Wilkins on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Paul. Fires the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
And here's Rose. 18 points for him. That one goes in. Rose has got 20.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Paul passes to Gasol. Now Wilkins, 13 points in the game. And Devin Booker pulls it down. Bulls leading by 17. Jordan outside. Booker finds Rose. Back to Booker. Now here's Rose.